Hi, and welcome to Four Before the Floor by Metal Forming Magazine, where select exhibitors at FABTECH 2023, coming September 11th to the 14th in Chicago, Illinois, provide insight into their markets, products, and services. In this video, we present Epicor ERP Software at FABTECH booth A3367 and Andrew Robling, Epicor's Principal Product Marketing Manager, to answer 4 questions of interest to metal formers and fabricators. Welcome, Andrew.
Great, thanks, Lou. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Sure. Now, Andrew, what market factors are impacting the adoption of your company's products and technology?
Yeah, I've actually given that question a lot of thought. I think right now in manufacturing in general, it feels like there's more challenges than there ever has been before that are driving customers out there, companies out there to consider how software in general and Epicor specifically might be able to help them. So kind of to answer your question, I see a lot of market factors that come immediately to mind, including things like the skilled labor shortage that's happening out there all around North America and around the world. Which we see things like smart factory, industry 4.0 happening out there, movements like that, to the movement to cloud. Reshoring, I think, is a big one now after COVID, with companies starting to bring more of their operations back into North America. And then the other one that's starting to rear its head a little bit is sustainability. And I'm guessing some people might be thinking, Andrew, but how do those impact software adoption, right? And I think some are more obvious than others. When you think about something like the smart factory or industry 4.0 or digital transformation, a lot of the core pillars of those concepts is, using technology to gain a competitive advantage. So technology like cloud and connecting machines and IoT and big data are driving people to look at some of our offerings, and they're also driving us to acquire solutions to help our customers. So for example, recently we acquired a company called Grow, which is our own BI big data solution that lets you kind of connect all your data and let you see a single source of truth. And then other areas might not be as obvious, right? So like the labor shortage, well, how does software help with that? Well, think about, how can we do more with less? So tools that maybe can help onboard employees faster, and obviously connected machines being a big one. And let's face it, technology attracts talent, right? So if you got good technology on the floor and the workers got the tools that they have to be able to do their job, then they're probably more likely to stay and retain, and you're able to retain those kind of people for sure.
Of course. And Andrew, what can FABTECH 2023 attendees expect to see at Epicor's booth in Chicago?
Yeah, I'm excited you asked that. So we'll have a few solutions on display at the booth. So the big thing with Epicor is we're all about kind of the make, move, and sell economy. So your people out there, the make is probably the big thing, right? But so at the show, you're going to see our Kinetic ERP solution, which is a really strong solution built with a lot of features that anyone in the fabricated metals or metal forming industry will be interested in, whether you're make to order, configure to order, or engineer to order. You'll also see our advanced MES solution, which if you have like a smart factory initiative or an industry 4.0 project, or if those are things that you're kind of hearing a lot about and you want to find more about those, then you definitely want to plan and come by the booth and see that solution and check out some of the real-time information that can be shown and some of the great features that can help customers improve efficiency and improve quality and reduce waste. And then we also have a Epicor supplier portal at the booth. So again, big thing has been communicating with suppliers, right? And collaboration with suppliers. So that's something, if that's kind of something that's in your wheelhouse or something you're more interested in learning more about, a great opportunity to stop by there. I know FABTECH's a big show. I've been there many times in the past, and McCormick Place is easy to get lost in. So we're in Hall A, and Lou, you mentioned the booth A3367, and I definitely encourage you to stop by and see some of the solutions we have in action. And even if you're not really that interested in the solutions at this point in time, I plan to be there myself, so please stop by and say hello. It'd be nice to talk to the metal forming audience there.
Oh, that's great. And dovetailing on that, in a little more detail, can you describe any recent product enhancements made by Epicor and how they help metal formers and fabricators improve various components of their business, such as
Yeah,
productivity, quality, and safety?
yeah, good question. So I'm glad you asked that. So metal formers and metal fabricators are a big part of the Epicor customer base. And one of the things we like to say at Epicor is our software is made for you, with you, right? So, which is really just a great way of saying, we're not in our ivory development tower making features that we think customers want, right?
Yeah,
That's sometimes I think that's people's perception of things out there, but we really do work closely with our customers to come up with new solutions. So some new features that we have added since the beginning of this year are things like enhanced co-part or family part capabilities. So if you're maybe doing something like metal stamping and you're making multiple parts at the same time, you might be interested in some of the things that we're doing there. Um, Serialized inventory, kind of license plate tracking, improvements to the software. We've done some really cool things around lot tracking views, right? So you can easily kind of see the life of a lot of material, for example, from the receipt of that good all the way out to the customer and kind of all the stuff that's happened to it in between. And then another neat thing we've done is some USB connector capabilities, Lou. So by that I mean we now can integrate to things like a weigh scale, for example. So I imagine you've got a lot of customers out there that may be weighing some of the product, for example, and that integration could be a good feature. And then the other thing, maybe just to mention, is in addition to the great features that we're developing, if we do see a gap or there's some kind of new concept that comes up in the marketplace, we're not afraid to look at acquisitions either. So for example, in October this year, we made a really neat acquisition with a company called eFlex. And we've actually relabeled it now and call it Epicor Connected Process Control. But they do some neat things around guided visual digital operating instructions and process control. So for example, linking into things like a torque gun or electronic calipers, and at the same time guiding an operator through a process as they're making something. So something like that, I think it might be of interest to some of your people, especially if they're doing more complex kind of assembly in the metal industry. But again, I hope those are some of the features that sort of intrigue you a little bit, and you can certainly stop by the booth and learn more about any of those things that I've just talked about.
sounds like some very interesting technology. And now a little about the company. Finally, what's important for metal formers and fabricators to know about Epicor, be it your history, industry knowledge, and/or expertise?
Yeah, so I think what's important for metal formers and fabricators to understand about Epicor is that when we started kind of our heritage, when we initially started playing in the software space, metals was one of our primary markets and continues to be so. So, today we actually have over 500. I'm probably being conservative in that number a bit, Lou. We have over 500 customers in the metal forming fabricating space using our software today. And those customers continue to drive improvements, within our software every day. Our heritage has been kind of make to order, engineer to order, configure to order type environments, like you find in metal fabrication. And we talked earlier about that concept of made for you, with you, right? And one of the things our customers really love is that we have a tool at Epicor called Epicor Ideas. And what that's all about, it's like a social collaboration tool where a customer can, on a portal, enter an idea or something that they want to see improved in the software, or a new feature, for example. And then we'll kind of review those, and those then can actually get voted on by the user community. And the ones that kind of rise to the top of the list are features that we end up putting into the software. So, many of the features I talked about earlier actually came about from customers putting ideas into that ideas portal. I think so. I guess that to me is really important, in that we work really closely with our customers to improve the software.
Well, thank you so much, Andrew, for taking part in this FABTECH Floor Before the Floor video. And once again, please visit Epicor ERP Software at FABTECH 2023 in booth A3367. Thank you, Andrew.
Thanks, Lou.